David, Endicott, New York, thank you for waiting. You're next on the EIB network. Hi.
Good afternoon, Rush. I have a question about the Buffett rule. It's my understanding that Warren Buffett paid a lower income tax rate because the vast majority of his income was derived from dividend income.
Yeah, capital gain at 15%.
Yeah, and long-term capital gains.
Right.
So with this new Buffett rule, it's my understanding that that's going to tax 30% over $1 million of ordinary income.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Now, the question is, will Warren Buffett actually be paying more in taxes as a result of the Buffett rule?
No. He's not going to be reporting any more ordinary income than he already does. So he will not be impacted by the Buffett rule. Only his secretary will.
Right. So we have another rule that's... it's
the Buffett rule. They've run the numbers. They've crunched it. The Buffett rule is going to generate $5 billion. And when that figure got out earlier this week, Obama and the Democrats switched their tune. They said, well, the point of Buffett rule is not to raise revenue and reduce the deficit. The point of the Buffett rule is fairness and make rich people pay their fair share. Don't forget the AMT is the first Buffett rule, the first millionaire's tax. This is purely a campaign device of class envy or class warfare, but it's not going to affect Buffett or Gates or anybody else who does not have earned income as opposed to investment income. You're exactly right about that. And Buffett, by the way, owes close to $1 billion in back taxes anyway, and he's fighting it. He's fighting it. So a tax increase named after a guy fighting the IRS over his tax bill. You know, the GSA, the General Services, the stuff we're learning about these party animals, this is Animal House. This is Animal House in the regime. The GSA can spend $5 billion on one outing to Las Vegas, then do videos to show us how and to rub our noses in it. $5 billion. We had the statistic yesterday. If you cut every federal department by 1%, which is reduced the paper clips, at the size of this budget, a 1% cut would generate $33 or $36 billion. A 1% cut across the board, every government agency. The Buffett rule, $5.1 billion. Now, the White House tweeted yesterday that 1,470 people paid no federal income tax on $1 million incomes in 2009. The Buffett rule will change that. That is almost word for word how they gave us the now loathed and despised AMT. Except it was about fewer people. What was the number, Sterling? It was under 100 people or something that were legally not paying any tax. That they were taking advantage of the tax code. They were millionaires, and they owed no tax. And somebody said, well, that just isn't right. And they came up with the AMT, alternative minimum, meaning no way, nobody pays nothing anymore. So this is just AMT 2, named after Warren Buffett, who is fighting his own tax bill.